This is another edition of my live, and this is the final stop until we see the cinematic masterpiece that is Madam Web coming out tomorrow as of this live stream,
Oh God.
just in time for Valentine's Day and Blue Jay's birthday.
Hey.
Yay.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy fucking birthday.
But yeah, so we have been talking about all the films in this Sony Spider-Man universe, the non-Spider-Man Spider-Man universe, the Sony Picture universe of Marvel characters.
First.
Yeah, the stupid verse. We talked about the original Venom. We talked about Venom Let There Be Carnage. So if you guys haven't seen our reviews for that, check out the channel. It's up there. You can watch it. But today we're going to be talking about Morbius.
Oh boy. The true Kickstarter of what's coming.
Yep. a true precursor for sure. Joining with us today, we have from the Kingdom of Nerds, Lucifer.
Hello, everyone.
We once again are joined by Darkness Under the Wind.
What's up? What's up?
And we are here with the pretty soon the birthday boy, Blue Jay.
Yay.
Hi.
Puff, pass, motherfucker.
Oh my goodness.
What's up, everybody?
Oh my gosh. Bear with us with Blue Jay because he is doing this from his phone, so his audio might sound a little off. So
Yeah, I'm streaming from my laptop. I have my AirPods in, so it's not sound like the best of qualities.
okay, we'll try to work with it best we can. But hello Ashley, welcome back. Glad you could be here. But let's not waste any more time.
Oh boy.
Let's get into. Oh, I forgot the music. The music. You gotta have the music.
I know something was missing. Well, what's missing?
Something is missing. Good writing? Nope, that's something else.
Yeah.
Anyway, but let's not waste more time. Let's get into.
Oh my God, this
Morbius.
music sounds like I'm in a restaurant. What do I order?
Okay, a number nine, bars.
Number 9. Can I get pork chops well done with a side of applesauce? Thank you.
Can I get some barbecue? Can I get some barbecue? I feel like I'm gonna be like Big Smoke on San Andreas. My special.
And then let me get a side of blue blood, please. I need a side of that. Get a big
Oh,
old cup of
Blood.
Oh yeah, give me that the what's it, that dark red ketchup or what they call it? They call this blood, right?
Oh my gosh. And as always, we got to remind the viewers out there, this is a spoiler-filled discussion. This film has been out for a couple of years now. I'm sure everybody, I would say everybody has seen this movie. They probably tried to avoid it like the plague, which I understand. But if you're one of those people that actually cares about what happens in this movie, you don't want to know anything about it, go watch it. It's on Netflix.
It was the #1 movie when it was released. I'm just saying.
It was. And
Yeah.
#1 streaming on Netflix. Just saying.
I mean, they didn't have to pay for it, so I can kind of understand why.
Yeah, and it had a re-release in theaters and still didn't make enough money.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
Look at that. But you have been warned. So, so far, you guys know I am hating this Sonyverse. I'm hating it so much. Venom, don't like it. And I don't understand people that like it. But if you do, more power to you. But just it wasn't for me. I didn't like it. Tom Hardy
Really?
did not do it for me. Nope.
I found it to be okay. It was what it was meant to be. Background noise while I eat popcorn and see some explosions. I'm just saying.
That's the best positive he could give it. It's good background noise.
Yes. It was nice to see that the symbiote in live action.
Oh my gosh! And then the movie was so successful. It made $800 million. So of course they tell Sony, "Oh, we could do more with this. Yeah, people like this." So then we got Let There Be Carnage, and that was absolute garbage. That was absolute trash.
I didn't get sucked in the second time. I'm just saying. I haven't watched it yet.
Good for you. Good on you, man. You don't need to waste time with that one. But
You're saving yourself.
Yep. And though I knew the writing on the wall when that movie was coming out, I'm like, I knew this was going to be bad. And I was just laughing at everyone that watched this movie and thought, oh my God, I can't believe they messed up Carnage. How could they do this? And I was like, did you see the first movie? Did you see how ridiculous that was? Did you really think they were going to make it better? Do you think we're going to make this a darker film? The Empire Strikes Back of Venom? They're going to do Carnage properly? No, because the first movie was PG-13 and made $800 million. So of course we weren't going to get it.
They're probably scared for the third one to be dark and gritty. Like,
man,
when they announced that movie and they said Woody Harrelson was playing Carnage, I had such a negative body reaction. I almost threw up. It reminded me of when they announced that Nicolas Cage was going to be Ghost Rider. Ugh.
Yeah. It just won't work for me. I mean, did we get a comic accurate Venom? Well, visually, for the most part, yes. They didn't have the spider logo, but it is what it is. But it was just. Tom Hardy did not work for me as Eddie Brock.
No.
The movies should have been more violent than they were. It was weird. But Venom 2 was a moderate success. So I guess they gave him a green light to do more of these. I think they were still working on other things while this one was coming out. Hence we have Morbius. The most random property they decided to just make a movie out of. As far as my knowledge of Morbius, it's very light. The most I've seen from him was the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. And I am aware of his, crossovers that he would have with him and Blade.
And Ghost Rider also.
Yeah, Ghost Rider, which I haven't read those. But I mean,
so much.
It's just Morbius is not that interesting of a character by himself. He's really not. He works best when he's working off of other characters.
He carried a comic series throughout the 90s. He was interesting. He was tortured. It worked because everybody was tortured and sad and brooding in the 90s. But I don't know. It just doesn't work now.
No, and it's like, once again, it's like we're regurgitating this numerous times. It's like, why couldn't you save him for a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie? Or since they're now making a Blade movie, which will come out in the year 2052, why can't you save him for a Blade movie? Like this making a standalone movie of his, like, how many people really know who Morbius is who haven't watched the cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I'm sure you'll probably get the vampire fans in there, but like at this point, vampire properties have been taking a lull post Twilight, unfairly, but
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
unfortunately.
yeah, Twilight has tainted the image of vampires for like a while, and it's just like I don't know
We
if we
gotta,
still haven't fully recovered from that, but it's
we
just
gotta
like
make them, cool again, man. We gotta get that smooth swagger going. You know, I want the suck your blood. They don't make them like them no more.
no, even though nobody talks about this movie, and I actually really like this film. I like the Fright Night remake. I thought was a really good vampire movie. And like I said, nobody talks about it, which I understand. The original is a classic, but
I I love the original Fright Night. You know, I've seen that movie probably like 20, 30 times. But the remake is just so freaking good.
it is.
You don't get remakes that are better than the original.
Right.
The 80s one was very campy, very funny. You know, it was Marcy from freaking Married with Children, if you guys know that. You know, it was good. But
Freaking Colin Farrell, man, did his thing in that.
and Tenet, so good.
So good. So
good.
And I know there's going to be the women demographic out there being like, watch Vampire Diaries, watch that stuff. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. Sorry, I'm not watching those type of vampire shows.
God. I was
Sparkle.
even when I was a teenager when those shows were going on, I was like, man, I don't want to watch this garbage. I'm gonna go watch Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Heck yeah.
Oh, no, Legend of Korra. Yeah, that show was good.
Yeah, Legend of Korra. I like Legend of Korra. I know it's dividing a lot of the
very
Avatar
dividing.
fan base, but I thought it was good. I'm looking forward to the Netflix live action show.
Yes.
we'll see how that turns out.
I ain't watching that.
Dang.
Animation's better.
Oh well, yeah, that's true. I'm sure nothing will beat the original animated show, but like I'm open to seeing how it's going to do for live action to redeem the piss awful M. Night Shyamalan film. But time will tell. But anyway, back to Morbius.
Back to the shit show, folks.
back to the other shit shows. But so Jared Leto was casted as Morbius, and I know that caused a stir in the fan base because he's a very divisive actor out there.
Yes.
I mean, we look how he was in Suicide Squad as Joker.
Yes. So here we go.
That.
Hot take time.
All right.
I really enjoyed Jared Leto as an actor, and I actually did like him as the Joker. I did like him as the Joker.
Oh.
He's one of the few things in that 2016 Suicide Squad that was watchable. So, honestly, I was interested to see what he would do as Morbius because, I think he won't be as wacky as he was in Suicide Squad. And, any role that he's in, like, he's going to put 110%. He has that charisma and like that certain enigma about him whenever he's in a film, so it's like I'm interested to see what he'll do. Hopefully, I was hoping that this would be a better fit for him than what he did in the DC EU, but
the dead universe now.
Yeah, may it rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, DCEU. But now we embrace the DCU.
His problem is he needs to have somebody to tell him, Jared, no, this is bad. Do not pick this movie to do.
Yeah, you guys gotta fire his agents, man.
Yeah, whoever his agent is.
I mean, House of Gucci. I still haven't seen House of Gucci, but I hear split things about his performance there. But I like his method acting here and there when it's not too crazy and he's giving dead rest to people. But but yeah, that was pretty weird, disturbing, but it is what it is. But I'm interested to see what I'm going to eventually watch House of Gucci because him and his prosthetic makeup is very interesting, and everyone forgets that he was in Blade Runner 2049. and he was pretty solid in that.
I
Even though
haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
Dang.
he was good. He was good. That was, yeah.
yeah, and he's going to be in the upcoming Tron 3,
Which
Oh wow.
man, can you
Oh.
like can you just get the original? I mean, can you just get the Olivia Wilde and Gary Hedlund back? Like, come on now. It's just-
do people
I-
care to see them come back?
I
Listen,
mean, there's people that like Tron. There's people that like Tron Legacy who want to see that whatever they had I mean, I would rather have those guys or at least somebody else than Jared Leto. Like that's just a weird casting to me. I don't for Tron. I mean, I love Tron to death, but I don't know.
I think it'll be kind of interesting. I want to see what he does with it. You know?
you know, the last
Yeah,
couple,
it could be interesting, but we'll see.
the
There's
last
fans
couple of months. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no. There's fans of Legacy, but I just don't know. I don't know. I'm a wait and see. You know, I'm sure it looks. I'm sure it's going to be great, but I don't know. It's the director's a little. You directed that last Pirates movie, like.
Oh wait, what?
Oh,
Oh no. Okay, now I'm not excited anymore. I can't. I can't do this.
Yeah, he did Pirates, and he did that second Maleficent film.
Oh my god, no.
Sorry if I destroyed your expectations. I'm still gonna watch it though. I'm just like,
I mean, yeah, I'm still gonna see it, but I'm like, my enthusiasm is lowered now. Why didn't you get? Okay,
Kaczynski.
yes,
Yeah.
that's he directed Legacy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and he just came off of Top Gun Maverick, so it's like he's riding the momentum of that. So why didn't you bring it back?
And they announced this film right around when that film was released, making money, and then you could have just like get him while he's hot and say, hey, can you come back to do Tron 3? Like, fuck yeah, we'll do it. Just get I don't know. It just I am a little hesitant about that movie because this is coming from a Tron dude.
Yeah.
You know, I could say this about Tron. People are so hyped for this movie, and I think it's more nostalgia because the second one, the remake, no one went to go see it. Really, seriously, nope.
yeah.
You know, people talking about how good it was, and it bombed.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's not a property that it didn't have mass appeal. The original bombed.
Yeah, the original didn't do well either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the original didn't do too well, and then there was the TV show that was canceled for one season, which I was pissed about because that show
Yeah,
was great.
Uprising is honestly the best like effort from the Tron stuff, and nobody watched that either.
Yeah, I was one of the few people that watched this stuff. Like, man, this is some good shit. And I was
It's a
like,
really good show. Like,
yeah, it was the only show I was watching on Disney XD before Star Wars Rebels, and they canceled it. I was like, I never watched a single thing until Rebels was out.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, that's all.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyway, back to Morbius.
Yeah, back to shithole.
So yeah, I was one of the few people that was interested to see how Jared Leto will do, and Tyrese is in here.
Yeah, he's in there.
Yep.
He was.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he didn't even interest me, to be honest. I was like, when I went in to watch this movie, I'm like, I'm sorry.
Every time I was like,
sorry.
every time I look at Tyrese and who was like, man, just go back in the car, man. Come on now, just go do some crazy shit.
it's
man.
like
Come
you
on
ain't
now.
getting that Fast. Is that Fast and Furious money ain't enough for you? You got to go into this garbage Sonyverse.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it was funny. Apparently, I discovered that Tyrese signed a 3-picture deal with Sony in this
Oh.
universe. I'm like, what?
No.
I'm like, okay, what? Okay, if you're gonna do, okay, what? I'm confused. A 3-picture deal? Okay.
Child support to pay.
But seriously, what else is he doing really?
Nothing.
Is he still modeling?
He might be. I think he's still doing music.
Is
I
he
don't-
still hosting America's Next Top Model with Tyra Banks? I don't know. What is he doing?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. He went MIA like after Morbius.
Yeah, and then he came back with Fast X, and he says character was just entire and freaking romance is getting dumber and dumber and dumber.
Yeah, he's just there to just like appease the audience when it just doesn't even work.
I want to know at what point, as a director and a writer, and you have so many projects that bomb repeatedly that Hollywood just goes, nope, we're done. Go back home. Go back to Kansas. You know, get hit by a cow. You know, a witch might fall on you, but come on.
This is one of the once again another one of the biggest mysteries in Hollywood, along with Barbie getting $1 billion. But
Barbie deserved it, all right, buddy.
don't think so. I don't think
Yeah, because you're a guy. I'm kidding.
so. How dare you, sir?
I'm a guy. Hey, I'm a guy too.
But yeah, it's like when you see these other franchises attempting to, making other studios making cinematic universes, and they crash and burn, and they end it. This is the one cinematic universe where all of their movies are subpar, and they are continuing to go forward. They're still doing this.
People still will go see Venom because he's related to Spider-Man. Unfortunately, Madam Web, I don't think it's going to have that same luxury.
Oh, Madam Web's gonna flop, y'all.
But I don't even think that's going to be enough for them to stop. Like, even if that bombs and if Craven bombs, I'm sure they're going to find some way to keep going. And this just makes me mad.
They're probably going to do a Craven sequel because it's R-rated. Oh, well, I mean, this one was R-rated, so how about we do a sequel and make that R-rated as well?
And you know what's the craziest thing? Is that Venom has 3 movies before any character in the DCEU have a third film. They got 2 movies in the universe.
Yeah.
It's before Suicide Squad, before Wonder Woman, before Shazam, before Superman, before Henry Cavill.
He only got one solo film, and that will forever be an injustice. And here's the other thing. Batman in the DCEU never had a solo project or anything before Batman versus Superman. Talk about the biggest injustice to one of the most popular characters, more than Superman at that time. Not even getting a solo project, a show or movie, is nothing. Just, we're going to introduce him in team-up films.
The Sonyverse has more movies than the Godzilla Monsterverse. Let that sink in for a second.
Let's see. Godzilla, King Kong Skull Island, King of the Monsters, Godzilla versus Kong. And then we got the new Empire. I got 5. Oh shit. We got Venom, Morbius, Venom 2, Madam Web, Craven, Venom 3.
Venom 3.
You're
what
right.
the hell is going on?
And please don't forget about Silk, the TV show, Spider Noir that's coming.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen with that.
Universal quit after 1 movie, The Mummy, but Sony had 2 movies that bombed, and they're still going. What the hell is going on? Anyway, before we get on a tangent, Morbius. we keep getting off track, but when the marketing came out, you know how Sony is infamous of giving away certain plot points and spoilers in their trailers. So they give away that Michael Keaton as the Vulture is in this.
Oh God!
And I'm like, what? Why? Why would you do that? Like, what? Oh my gosh! So they're literally teasing that. Oh, this Sinister Six. Oh, look out, guys! Here it comes. We're making it. Oh, look! It's kind of in the same universe as Tom Holland's, but not really.
Who's Tom Holland? The guy that wrote Fright Night? Okay, thank you.
No, not that Tom Holland. No, the Tom Holland that was in Unfarted. I mean Uninspired. I mean Uninteresting. I mean Uncharted.
Just the Spider-Man I wanted to die at the end of the last one. Okay.
Yep, the Tom Holland that everyone wants him to be Link in the live-action Zelda movie. No, but I was not looking forward to this. It looked very underwhelming. I mean, Jared Leto might put some interest in there. Oh, and Matt Smith. Matt Smith is in this. Doctor Who. I'm like, okay.
He was amazing. Movie. I would say he was amazing.
Yeah, we'll get to him. but yeah, he's in there. So I'm interested to see what he will do in there. So I don't know. I was going in hoping for the best, and yeah, it's not. It's bad. It's another bad movie, man. It's like, I'll say this. I didn't hate this as much as Let There Be Carnage. Like, Let There Be Carnage was straight up just an obnoxious, like, crazy, weird piece of shit. But this was just some dull, boring piece of shit. Like, it's just nothing happens in this movie. Like, I honestly feel like the whole hubbub of like Morbius being so terrible, it's like so awful, and like it's like I don't even think it's warranting that much of that hype, because like it's not that interesting, it's not that exciting, it's just there. Like I don't know. Nothing happens in this movie. Like, it's the whole film is like him trying to get turned back to human and controlling his power, and then
it's just a long journey that just was like it could have been cut down to like be quicker than for him doing that throughout the entirety of the film when he gets them.
Yeah, and it's just another movie that, you know, it feels like it's supposed to be more violent than it actually is, but you can tell they edited out all the blood and mayhem in this. I'm just like, how can you do this with a vampire movie? He sucks blood.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what I feel like Sony's gonna do something to where it's like, oh yeah, Craven is the real like vampire or some shit, because that's rated R. So I mean, I don't get their logic.
I don't understand it. But yeah, like there's barely any action in here.
There was no blood in Twilight. Just saying.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was.
Somewhat.
You can show blood in a PG-13 film. You just gotta know how to handle it, like handle it correctly.
But just talk about like the okay, not so much like him sucking blood, but like there's action set pieces in here where he's brutally killing people, and blood should be there, but it's not. It's like that's what I'm talking about. It's a similar thing with Venom. He's biting people's heads off on screen, and there's no blood.
Oh yeah. The part where Morbius was in that ship and is killing people. When he it looked like he slit that guy's throat, and the camera is like showing that he's like, oh.
That was so comical. I'm like, really?
There was nothing.
No blood at all. He's pretending like, I'm like, that was so hilarious.
Like, what? That was like, what?
I don't get it. I don't get it. There's some effects in here that look decent, and there's some effects that look like bad, real bad. Like, I'll say, when there's close-ups on his face, it looks pretty cool, right? That looks
I don't really have an issue with that. No.
Yes.
Yeah,
no,
I like it.
That is one of my. See, this is the thing. Here's the thing. No, there is some things that, I'm like Lucifer. I think this movie is actually all right. It's not as like a dumpster fire as I thought as people make it out to be. Like, I actually, since I watched it, there is some things like, okay, every bad movie at least deserves some form of credit. Like, okay, the CG with the Morbius vampire himself, that looks great. That looks freaking fantastic. That is that is great. And then him flying around with the little, I don't know what that was, like the little watercolor effect they got going on. Okay, that was pretty interesting. I actually liked that. Some of the performances were pretty all right. It's not the greatest. I mean, Jared Leto was kind of just one of his better roles. He's not acting like a freaking crazy dude. So he's more tolerable.
Craven is gonna be. He's gonna be freaking insane by eating people.
Yeah, he's more tolerable. He's more tolerable in this one.
I have more faith and hope for Craven.
Really?
Hopefully the action and brutal killings will make up a bad script. if it is a bad script.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that water effect that you were talking about though, that's actually the effects that I didn't like. That looks kind of cheap to me. I'm like, I don't know, something just really felt unfinished about that when he's flying all in the air and his bat radar, his bat radar turning everything into like this misty thing. I'm like, what?
I mean, it's an interesting choice because it's like, okay, what can you do with like a vampire that's like that? It's kind of, I mean, that was like big different. I feel. What can you do with someone like that? You know, I mean, some of his powers are kind of cool. I mean, some of them are not explained, of course. Like he can fly now, and he can control bats. And then there was one point you can hear the Batman Begins theme song in the background.
Oh yeah, when the bats are swarming around
Oh
him
my
like Bruce
God.
Wayne in Batman Begins.
I
was like,
forgot about that.
I'm like, wait, I mean, unless they got the same person doing the score, there's no way.
Like, yeah, I heard like it was like the. I heard that a little bit, and I was waiting for that. I was like, I was waiting for that.
I was like, I'm like,
What?
Oh
Man.
my God.
But yeah, actually, let's talk a little bit about this. How he got his power. So in the beginning of the movie, he takes a helicopter to the jungle, whatever, and he goes to this cave, and he has this fountain thing in front of the cave, and then he slices his hand and puts it in front of this water thing, and then a bunch of bats swarm him, and that's how he becomes Morbius. Are those super bats? What is that fountain thing that he's doing? What does the blood have to do with it?
That was weird because
Oh,
the comic book origin is completely different.
Yeah.
It's just like, what is he doing?
And then they had this whole thing of off screen. Morbius creates a serum that Matt Smith's character uses to turn him into a vampire. Wait, how did that happen?
Okay. So apparently, this movie, I can already tell. I can tell there's a lot of scenes because I watched the first trailer when it was released back in 2020 when this movie was originally supposed to come out. There were a lot of scenes that were cut. There was a lot of footage that was not shown in this movie. So I can tell. I mean, I don't know if it makes it any better. I feel because I don't. Would this be like? Would it have a better reception? Maybe, but there were some scenes that was cut from this particular film because I guess they would have cut some explanations, but I don't know how much explanations that they had when they first filmed it.
Yeah, it feels like, and I think they've already talked about this. Like, it feels like this movie had a bunch of footage cut out to be shorter, and like you could tell watching this movie, like there's literal stuff that they just established that's out of nowhere, and then they cut to something completely different. It's like, where's the transitions here? Like, what is going on? Exactly when we're talking about the him creating a serum to turn somebody into vampires off screen, and then like him even turning into a vampire, like getting from point A to point B. Like, wait, how did this happen? Like, but then they have another scene where he's on his way back to New York, I think, and he's on the chair with, getting a bunch of shots on his spine. Like, wait, what is that? Like, what is the spine? What's the shot for that for? Like, what? I don't understand his origin. It feels like they changed it like 3 different times.
You could tell that they rushed it and they didn't have time to put in what they wanted to put in, or they just like for some reason just wanted to take it out because they just wanted people. They just wanted to get to the point.
It's like a
Right.
rare blood disease, but like
Oh,
they don't explain that.
he had this weird like blood disease, and he's on crutches and stuff like that. Same thing with Matt Smith's character. Don't get us started on El Muerto, whatever this crap is still happening, and Hypno Hustler.
Stop! I don't want to hear that. Oh
But
gosh.
no, man. But yeah, it's like, oh, he's a sickly kid that's on crutches, but he's a super genius. Man, it feels like we've seen this so many times. Like, I don't know, man. And then the whole thing when they got bullied as a kid, I'm like, this is some corny shit, man. Like, really, we're doing all this? Like, I don't know, man. Who else? Adria Arjona, she's fine.
She's all right. I mean, she was just because there. Honestly,
Yeah,
she was
she's
there.
just there. She's just another person in the movie. I just didn't care about. I'm like, I don't
She's
care.
a
I'm like,
good
I
actress.
don't care about her.
She's a good actress. I mean,
She is.
Yeah.
She's in better stuff. I'm like, yep. I mean, you're just the love interest, and oh yeah, well, she was the excuse me, she's his assistant. All of a sudden, like they're in a rooftop and they kiss. I'm like, oh okay, I saw
Oh.
this coming a mile away.
Yeah, we all saw that coming.
If you're a person with titties, you're a love interest.
Ugh.
Oh my god. Well,
Oh, boy.
at least we know that she was in. She went on to do better things in Andor. So
Yeah, she was really good in Andor. I must say, I really liked her.
yeah.
Can't wait to see her again in Andor season 2 though as well.
Yeah, probably one of the few things I'm looking forward to with that show.
Yep.
But as I said, Jared Leto is fine. I just nothing really too weird about it. It's just he's just a scientist. I don't know. It's like I said, he's charismatic enough where he makes boring materials slightly engaging to watch. So that's pretty much just how I'm feeling about it. There's nothing spectacular about it, but it's like, I'll say this: the characters in this are so much more digestible than they were in the Venom films. Like I said, I didn't like Tom Hardy. I didn't care for Michelle Williams, Woody Harrelson. Good lord,
They did him injustice.
They sure did. Riz Ahmed, waste.
Well, okay, because when it comes to this movie, I think I would appreciate this a lot more. Is that it's going for that darker tone that people were looking for in the Venom movies. I mean, even though I like those movies, I mean, people would have liked a more darker, scarier version of Venom versus a goofier, dumber version of Venom. This is going for a more serious tone. They didn't really push it execution wise in some areas, but I can see the movie what they were going for at the very least. There's just some parts of it were just they didn't really mesh together that well.
Right. Like I said, there's not too much to say. I'm trying to think about what else happens in this. Oh, Tyrese, like you said, Tyrese was there.
Okay. See, you have that picture up. See that metal arm he has.
Yes.
There was never that picture, that scene, that still was never in the actual movie. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
This was in the first trailer. They cut that.
Wait,
that out.
That wasn't a scene from CSI Miami.
I guess.
I mean, hey, yeah, but like
this movie is an hour and 44 minutes, and it's like you can tell that it is longer because that this movie was delayed so many times. Sony kept cutting things off, and then they had to we get to that later. But they throw in this post-credit scene that we'll talk about.
Oh
Oh my
God.
god!
Oh,
I
God.
can't wait to get into that one.
Like,
Oh,
like they delayed this film so many times, and they had to just modify the living shit out of this movie, and like they could have just left this alone, and maybe this film would have had a little bit of a better reception, a little bit, not, I mean, marginally, or maybe a lot. Who knows? Because the process of this movie is just how it got to this point when it came out like 2 years ago is very wild.
Oh, speaking of stuff that was cut out, there was also this scene that was in the trailer that's not in the movie either.
oh.
What is going on? It's like they don't even want to commit to their Spider-Verse. Like they literally just cutting out any type of world building or Easter eggs or references to any other possibilities of the Spider-Man universe because they're like, I don't know. Like, do you want this Spider-Verse or do you not?
Like,
Like-
there needs to be there needs to be like a documentary of this, or at least like have an interview with freaking Avi Arad. Like, okay, what's going on with this Morbius? What, did you cut some scenes off from the movie or stuff like that? Is there a reason why? I'm sure is that dude's not going to give a clear answer.
No, of course they're not going to. But yeah, like this whole Sonyverse needs a documentary. It's like the dark side of the Sonyverse.
Yeah, and then whatever this builds up to, they just got to end it with whatever they're building up to because they're only gonna suffer even more.
Like what are they building up to at this point? Like if they're trying to do Sinister Six, like who do we have up to this point? We have Venom ? We have Vulture, we have Morbius, we have Craven ? El Muerto ? Hypno Hustler ?
Oh yeah,
Like,
El Muerto, part of the Sinister Six.
I'll
Yeah,
say
let's take
El-
that Spider-Man. I'll fight him.
See, El Muerto is nothing I'm not not looking forward to. But I will say this, like, I can say that a Sony Spider-Verse, I mean, it's not the best of ideas to do for like a cinematic universe of one character, but there is a way you can pull it off. But the way they're doing it is that, okay, we're doing a Venom movie, then a Morbius film. You don't have a clear you don't have that much of a foundation. You don't have 3 Spider-Man movies and a spin-off that like it just spin off to sprawl over. They don't have that. They have it with Tom Holland, but they're not clear what they're connecting to. So
Yeah.
they just want you to believe that, oh yeah, maybe they want you to believe that he's connected to Tom Holland because they have like tiny microscopic references to the MCU.
You know,
that's it.
Madam Web would have been the perfect movie to throw in Andrew Garfield as the Spider-Man of the Sony universe.
Which I'm not. Which like sure, like you could have just say, okay, make your Spider-Man movies. Then you make a Venom. Have Venom in a Spider-Man film, then start him off later, and then you make a Madam Web movie. I'm not against it. I mean, you can make it. You can, as long as you execute it well. But then you got the Morbius writers. you got those guys.
How do they keep getting work? How?
I don't know.
I don't know. You know, this is one of those situations where, like, with what's going on with the Sonyverse, this is when you need one of those YouTubers who will say, "This is how Sony should have done their Sonyverse," like that Black Lion dude. Like, I'm interested to see how, like, oh yeah, this is what they should have done, because it'd probably be a lot better than what Sony is currently doing. Just saying.
Yeah. What's up, Finbar? You watched the Marvels and you thought it was ass. Yeah, I figured you would, but I liked it anyway, even though it was bad.
I liked it. I like the interaction between all 3 of them.
At
I
least
know
it's better
there
than-
wasn't a lot of action, but it was funny. I thought it was
Yeah.
funny.
I liked it better than the first Captain Marvel. It had more energy going than the first one. At least Brie Larson, like, at least that Carol Danvers has personality.
Right.
The movie has personality, unlike the first one. It was just blank stare. Methodical talking all 2 hours of the whole movie. And you got Samuel Jackson. Oh my God! I am motherfucker.
He
He
was
got
funny in that too. Yeah. And this is way more entertaining than this. But anyway, Matt Smith. What did you guys think about Matt Smith?
I didn't give a shit about him. I really
Really?
didn't. Like, he could just be there, and he just kind of turned me off, to be honest.
He was having the time. He's one of those very bad movie villains that just has like don't give a fuck. That I'm gonna have a good time on set types of things. Like this when he turns into that vampire. Excuse me. The CG on them is not as good as Morbius. Like it looked really weird in the day and in bright light, and it's just okay. The scene was just him dancing. That is freaking funny. Like just dancing while he's getting ready. Like that is like when you're ready to go on a date with someone. That's that type of shit. And just
Man, yeah. Man, with that one scene, that infamous scene where he's dancing to that sex song. I'm like, what?
Oh, God.
What is going on
That
right
was such
now?
a weird choice to do.
that's a weird song. She like have sex.
Sex.
Oh,
I'm like what?
Man. Matt Smith did not care at that point. He's like, okay, this movie is stupid. Let's go full stupid. Like, but you know, it's one of the few things that actually had some personality in this movie. So I'm like, sure. And like, you know, him, the couple of fight scenes that he has with Morbius is slightly entertaining. The chase in the subway was kind of cool. It had some.
The chase. It was a one of those one takes, quote unquote, because they have some cuts there. But at least there is some sense of style going on because it's like you got these two vampires just flying around in the subway tunnel, just flying around, tackling each other and stuff. That was cool. That was cool, and there were some in that. There's some weird slow-mos in that too, like a little weird. But there are some things that deserve some credit. Like that's just me.
right.
Yeah. So I mean, I wish there was. I just wish there was more action because I think that's literally the only big set pieces in there was their fights and that scene on the boat.
Yeah, I think more action would have made the second half of the movie a lot better if there was more action.
Which sure, I did find the first half. I was more intrigued with what's going on. Like I'm more of a sucker with okay, I'm this scientist that has this power. I have to think about it's a generic trope, to be honest with you, but I like stories like that. Like you got I'm this scientist, I got this power, I don't know what to do with it, all this stuff. Like him having this vampire like ability. I'm interested. It's intriguing to me. I'm not. I mean, sure, a little bit of action would be nice, but I'm actually a little bit more invested in what's going on.
Right.
Yeah. How did he make blue blood? I want to know that. How did the artificial blood?
The blue. Did they even explain it? Like,
nope,
what?
he just has blue blood there.
Yeah.
He got a whole supply in a freezer, and it's just like, how did you make that? How did you okay?
He peed it. He peed it. That's how he did it. He went to the bathroom. He took a piss.
So wait, he's drinking his own pee.
Oh, God. Wait, how did so his pee is blue?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, God damn, man.
I don't know.
Maybe he swallowed one of those tidy bowl things. He's being blue out.
That's just the thing. Like, can you at least explain how you got all this stuff? Like, it's if you have artificial blood to keep you from being killing people. Okay, fine. That's a similar thing what Blade does in his movies. Like he has a serum that he uses to prevent him from craving the thirst. Okay, but like they don't like. How did you make this? At least in Blade, they explain how it's made, but they don't here. So I don't know.
Yeah, some of their best writers.
Yeah, just amazing. The whole thing with that climax, that the literal ending of the movie was very anticlimactic. Very anticlimactic. It felt like
everything felt anticlimactic.
So you're killing Matt Smith with a swarm of bats. That's how you kill him.
Can he control bats too? Because he has the same power. Like what?
Yeah, can he control it too? Like,
he didn't get that power with the transfer.
Well, they could have explained that. Fuck.
I mean, I guess he doesn't know the way of the bats. Like you gotta. I don't know. Like
I guess he's the Aquaman of bats.
This is Dracula and Toad all over again, but
leave that movie alone.
No, freaking it failed to launch a dark universe, so screw it. Even though I like Luke Evans, I didn't mind him as Dracula, but like once again, why are you turning Dracula into a superhero? Like that's not just no.
Was he really a superhero?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He was not evil in that movie at all.
He was fighting with his human nature. It was a struggle.
I know it was a struggle, but like I need to see like him turn evil at some point, like straight up kill everybody, savage. Come on, Vlad the Impaler. Come on, man. But anyway, I digress. Speaking of that, I don't know. Like, I'm probably the only one that was watching this movie, but it's like I couldn't get steps out of my mind. You guys remember the 2020 Invisible Man?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, and how they modernized it for for our generation. They put some science into it. They made it a little bit more grounded. Like there's some ideas in here where it's like, if Universal wanted to revive Dracula, like there's some ideas in here where I think that I could see them possibly doing a Dracula, like a grounded Dracula similar to this. Am I the only one thinking that? Because I was just thinking that the entire time.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that working. Honestly, I mean, any idea most ideas can be great. Turn out to be pretty great ideas. I mean, this would have been more like a great idea. I mean, like a Morbius movie would have been like a decent idea to do if you played your cards right. This would have been a great like Dracula film.
Yeah, like because I've said before, like off screen, that I think Jared Leto would be a really cool Dracula. I think that's a role that could fit him perfectly. And like Matt Smith almost is acting like a Renfield. Like, let's be honest. Like he straight up could be a Renfield. But yeah, man, it's just like I don't know. It's just missed opportunities here. A lot of missed opportunities. And then Morbius. Okay, so Matt Smith. I know he has a character name in this. I just don't know his name, so I don't really care.
It's very forgettable.
It's very forgettable. I guess we can look it up.
Wait, no, I think his name is Milo.
Milo the vampire.
Milo the vampire. So Milo kills dang, then now I got to know what's her name. What is her name? Martini, shaken not stirred. But so Milo quote unquote kills Martine, and then Morbius turns her and she comes back to life. Kinda.
Sort of.
Ish. So
yeah, they
We're gonna see Martine the vampire.
I mean, I wouldn't. I would not. I will say this. I am not against if they make a sequel unless you get better writers.
Hey, what's up, Mama Bear?
Hey, Mama Bear, what's going on?
What is happening? Glad you could come on. Um, you said, yeah, Morbius got his powers by injecting himself with bat venom. The bat scene where where he cut his hand was unnecessary. The most blood in the entire movie.
Oh,
Yep,
Oh boy.
that is true.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
that-
that was
that-
it.
That is true. But yeah, so the movie just abruptly ends after Martine comes back to life and Morbius just flies away. Okay.
The most random way to end it. Like
I mean, okay. Yeah, that scene. That okay after he stabbed Milo. Well, his character wasn't originally named Hunger, who's just an actual character by Marvel Comics, but they want to make an original
Hunger.
character Hunger, which I don't know who he. I guess he's like an ultimate Morbius. I don't know.
They
Apparently,
gave up on the name. They were just like, go Morbius against Hunger. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds more threatening. I'll be honest with you, but yeah, but yeah, after he stabbed Milo with the serum and he killed him, and then all of a sudden he just flies. Then the Martine becomes a vampire, and then just ends.
Great.
Yeah, that's really like okay.
yeah. Very quick way to end it without even like having a proper ending. Like, what the fuck? Like
I mean, okay, like when it comes to this movie, when I watch this movie, I can't really say, like, well, okay, I can't say it's like the director's fault because I can tell because he did. This is Daniel Espinosa. He did the movie Life, that science fiction horror film with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, that was
And
pretty
they-
solid.
I like that movie, and then him doing Morbius sounds like a good idea. I can't say that this is his fault because his movies cut down the piece by the studio. So I mean,
Yeah.
I want to see another movie from him to see if he can, get out of the Morbius. I don't know, curse. I don't know because this is his most successful film.
it is kind of a curse. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
this
mean,
is this is his most successful film.
yeah. So,
Oh, that's
Which is-
very sad.
which is a shame though, because I like the movie Life. That movie is pretty good, and I want him I want to see another movie for him. To prove himself, prove to people that he's a pretty solid director.
Right.
right.
Oh, I forgot Jared Harris is in this. Jared Harris.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was just there. He was there to get eaten by Milo. Just
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Waste.
Yep. Nothing useful to the plot nor to the story.
Unfortunately. I don't think there's really anything else to say about this movie, so I guess the only thing we could talk about is one of the worst post-credit scenes I have ever
Oh,
seen. In a
yes.
comic book film.
my
We get to finally talk about it. Oh
Jesus.
boy.
Jesus
Please.
Christ. So
All right, gloves are off.
the gloves are off now. So before we talk about the scene,
Yep.
Let's-
we about
let's
to go
talk-
UFC and take the gloves off and go fight it 1-on-1.
yeah. So yeah, before we actually talk about the scene, I think we should talk about go back to the footage that was in the trailers that wasn't in the movie. So there was a scene in the trailer where Morbius was being arrested, I think, and Michael Keaton's Vulture was there in front of an ambulance or something like that, and then they're face to face for a couple of seconds, and the whole Michael Keaton's like, "What's up, Doc?" and whatever, and then there's this other another trailer where he was telling Morbius, "Hey, Dr. Morbius, we'll be keeping in touch or whatever," right? And then there's the final trailer, I think, where he's in a jail cell and he's giving this monologue of like you will become powerful, blah blah blah, which just doesn't make any sense that Michael Keaton's doing any of this shit. But
well, when you talk about that part where you say you got to become the villain, no, that part that was in the post-credit scene, but that audio that he said wasn't really in the movie. So they just have him record some lines for no reason, just for the trailer.
Yeah.
What?
Oh
Now
my God.
I guess that they just give it away that he is in this movie. So part of me was thinking he was probably going to play a significant role in here if they're just showing him so many times in the marketing, or at the very least he's going to have a very important scene with Morbius in the film. Turns out he's not in the film at all. All the scenes in the actual movie, he's not in it. But he's in these really bad post-credit scenes. So the first post-credit scene, because there's two of these three motherfuckers.
They couldn't stop at one.
They couldn't stop at one.
Here's the other thing I got me. Why even do two post-credit scenes if they're involving the same thing? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. It's like, yeah, they both could have just been one scene.
Yeah, they could have just been one scene. It would have been a little longer, but it would have made sense if they're just like all in one scene.
Yeah, but anyway, so the first credit scene is it's like after the events of No Way Home, when Doctor Strange was trying to close that wormhole that is opening to other spider dimensions. So apparently that caused Michael Keaton's Vulture to be transported from the MCU to this Sony Spider-Verse, and he ends up being teleported in one of the prisons. And he seems to be taking it very well. He's not, reacting that much. He's just like, oh, okay, yeah. Hopefully the food's in this joint. The food's better in this joint.
I'm like, that's your reaction? Really? Like, oh man, like
no confusion of like, what the fuck just happened?
Right, and then there's this clunky exposition that the newscast gives that since he's transported to another dimension, the authorities don't recognize him, and so he gets released.
Which proves that this universe is full of dimwits.
Oh my God!
Like, this doesn't make any sense. What's going on right now? It's just like he gets transported to the Sonyverse for no reason, and then the police is going to let him free.
You're not even going to question why he's in there. You're like when you see a prisoner walk by, it's like every single day when someone walks by and see a prisoner cell, it's like, oh, okay, they're in there. You don't just release them just immediately.
Oh my God! It proves that this universe is full of freaking idiots. Like, is this entire universe? Is the entirety of America in this universe are just run by the Three Stooges?
Right.
Maybe.
And okay, hold on, wait a minute. If people don't know who he is in this universe, why are they broadcasting him on national television saying his full name? Like what is this garbage? What is this garbage? But the bullshit continues. Then the second post-credit scene.
Yeah, oh God.
We have Morbius driving it somewhere, like in the middle of nowhere, in a car, and then he's waiting for Vulture to meet him there, and he's in his full Vulture outfit.
Which that's not even explained, because he doesn't have what he needed to make the suit from Homecoming. Like, he doesn't have any of that with him.
Like, no, now you could make the argument that it doesn't look exactly like the costume from Homecoming. Maybe he has slight modification. Yeah, it's just like it's still bullshit. Like it pretty much looks exactly like this Homecoming suit, which he should not be able to make. But regardless, so Morbius and Vulture meet up, and then Vulture is like, "Glad you can meet me, Doc. I've been reading up about you." And then, dude, you can tell how this scene is structured that Jared Leto and Michael Keaton was not in the same area doing this scene. It feels like they are Lily were filming Jared Leto separately from Michael Keaton, and they were trying to snip the two. They're trying to edit the two together like they're in the same place, but they're obviously not, because the ADR in this is absolutely awful. Because when Vulture's like, "I read up on you," Morbius is like, "I'm listening." Wait, what? Wait, that's not how you respond to that statement. But okay, like. I got transported here randomly. I think it got something to do with Spider-Man. I think you and I should form a group. We can do some good in the world. And then Morbius is like, intriguing. Okay, let's go over the list of things that's wrong with this scene.
There are so many things wrong here.
First of all, Morbius is not evil. First of all, Morbius is not evil. He has not been evil this entire time in this movie. And now you're telling me that he's going to team up with a criminal out of nowhere that he does not know. He's from a different dimension. But you're just gonna willingly join up with this dude in a Vulture suit. Okay, sure. Second of all, how does Vulture know that Spider-Man is responsible for him being teleported to the Sonyverse? Wasn't he okay with Spider-Man after Homecoming? That's why he didn't rat out his secret identity to Scorpion, because he's just like, he's okay with him now. But apparently, no, he hates him again, and for some reason, he thinks that he's responsible for him being transported to another dimension. Okay, sure, and then why does Morbius have an issue with Spider-Man? Does Spider-Man even exist in this universe?
Not so whatever. Not never explained in the movie. Unless there's like a deleted scene, be like, man, fuck Spider-Man. That's it. Just one line of dialogue.
Unless there is some sort of like movie that happened in between Morbius and whenever this scene takes place, where Spider-Man had some sort of interaction with Morbius, which I highly doubt. This scene makes absolutely no sense.
It really doesn't. And plus, like, just the dialogue in general, it's like you can tell that it's like, wait a minute, like, what happened here? Was there behind the scenes shenanigans as to why some of the dialogue is just weird? It just doesn't make sense. Like,
and
what the hell?
This is what I'm saying, though. This movie was delayed. Supposed to come out in 2020, but COVID happened, and it was delayed to 2 years later. But Sony was working with Marvel with No Way Home, so they had to put this post-credit scene that was never planned whatsoever when the movie was supposed to come out, and then they were trying so hard to get butts and seats to look at another post-credit scene. They did the same shit with Let There Be Carnage, even though it was reverted in 2 months later. And like, what they were going for? It's like, it's ridiculous. I'm like, what the hell were they thinking?
It's like,
oh god.
Sony has been trying for years to make this stupid Sinister Six movie. Way back when Andrew Garfield was still Spider-Man. Y'all been wanting to do the Sinister Six so badly, but you just come up with the most ridiculous rush job bullshit. Set this up.
DL, I gotta head out.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
What's your rating?
Oh yeah, what's your final thoughts in Gray before you leave?
Maybe I'll watch Morbius again, get a refresher.
Okay, top out. He's topping out.
I will say, if you haven't seen Morbius, watch it for yourself, judge it for yourself. I enjoyed it. It wasn't an MCU movie, never was meant to be an MCU movie. Sony didn't know what the hell type of movie it was going to be, but it's an enjoyable, okay vampire movie by itself. So,
all right.
With that, I will see you later. Thank you.
All right.
I'll see you, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, like Sony is impatient. They're impatient. Like they want to see. This is one of those things where you're making a cinematic universe. They want to get to the big league. They want to get to the big movie. They don't want to start with a movie as a movie. They want to start off as this movie with a shitload of setups going on. It's like the same thing with the Dark Universe. They want to be a movie with a bunch of setup, but they want to get to the big crossover so fucking bad. So
Yeah.
it's like you have see, it's actually more fun to make a universe of with movies that act like they're in their own movie, but in their own in the entire world. It's more fun to do that than just making a big crossover film. It's more fun to do that kind of stuff, and it's like as much as like I like these are guilty pleasures for me. The choices that they make business wise is very questionable, and just makes me wonder like, gosh, what the post credit scene for Madam Web's gonna look like.
Oh my
Yeah. Oh my
god.
god. No, wait. Hold on. It was confirmed though, just like earlier today or yesterday, that Madam Web does not have any post-credit scenes.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well,
yeah.
actually, that's a bummer. I want to say
No,
what
I'm
kind of
glad. I'm
stupid
happy. Good because probably Madam Web is probably not gonna set up anything in the movie itself, and plus the post-credit scene would probably be equally as atrocious as Morbius right now.
Well, okay, so all right, but it's still. I wonder what. But still, if there are more post credit scenes for Craven and Venom 3, what are they gonna look like?
Oh.
I don't even.
Well,
I
I'll
don't
bet you
even
anything right now. Venom 3 or Craven, because you know what? They're either going to be anti-heroes or they're going to somehow change in the post-credit scene. They get met by Vulture and Morbius saying, hey, want to help take down Spider-Man? And then Venom's like, oh, yeah. Or that doesn't happen, and that happens with Craven, or Craven does the same response that Venom does, or whatever. Either they're both going to team up with him, or one of them's going to team up with them, or none of them are going to team up with them, and they're going to do what I've been talking about: team up with Spider-Man to try and take them down.
Just don't give them ideas. Which
don't
which
do it.
honestly makes the more sense as to which makes me kind of more question as to why Craven was delayed a year later.
Yeah, it's just like, what are they trying to accomplish here? Okay, Aaron, okay, I'm gonna address this. Like, Madam Web is not connected to Morbius or Venom.
Oh.
Okay, they can say that, but it doesn't matter because Madam Web is a multiversal character. So if they wanted her to cross over with the Morbius or Venom or Kraven the Hunter, they can still do that. They can retcon that whenever they want to because Madam Web is a multiversal character. So they can say whatever they want. They're gonna try and do it. They're gonna try and connect it.
Even though they said this is their fourth film in this universe, so I don't know, but I don't fucking know anymore. I can't. We'll see when this movie comes out. I might.
Another thing about Morbius, by the way, I just want to add one more thing in here. It would have made much more sense if they kept that one scene where it has that little wallpaper of Spider-Man on the wall and it says murderer. That would have probably made a little more sense as to who Vulture was talking about, just so there could be this scene, just so it could be just a little bit like, oh, you're talking about him, instead of him just like, oh, I don't know who he is, but I'll help you take him out. Like, the fuck? Like,
but even
then, just kept that in.
You could have just kept that in. Like, come on, even then, like, now I'm looking at this, like, it probably would have caused even more confusion because, like, that's obviously Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man right there.
Yeah, good point. But it's like, at least he would have known who Spider-Man is. Like,
right. Like, yeah, like, I don't know why they cut the stuff out. Like, it's. And then you want this clunky ass, hey, Spider-Man caused me to be in this dimension. Let's team up, man. Like, what sense does this make? What sense does this make?
Like, okay, I want to bring up Aaron's comments. Okay, they're making these movies only for Sony to keep the rights. Which sure, yeah, they're gonna held the rights close to them because it's making them the most of the money. That this is their biggest franchise out, other than. Well, that makes consistent money. Bad Boys. They have 3 films because Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. I mean, they're big.
Oh, Aaron, you're here to explain it.
Hey, what's up, Aaron?
I know you're at the end, but I'm just gonna explain this. What I think of this is all about these Sony movies. They don't want to give the rights back to, I guess, Disney Marvel full control of Spider-Man related characters, content, whatever, lore, and because they want to basically, by making all these movies, even though they're purposely making it bad, just because they want to keep the film rights of Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man stuff. So they don't need to make it good. They don't need to make it good. I'm not excusing them because they should still make them good. Honestly, they should still make them good. But this is being them incompetent. Just wanting to keep the rights to the Spider-Man stuff and make sure Disney, Marvel Studios does not get full control of Spider-Man, everything related, because they really have control of what Marvel Studios who get to say that the Marvel Studios and the Sony Spider-Man collab, the Tom Holland verse, the Tom Holland Spider-Man. Remember, there's a bunch of they get to decide what characters and what villain to use. So I just really think this Sony just want to keep everything major control.
But yeah, because but the thing is that they don't need to make them that bad because they came out with those Spider-Verse movies. And they got actual people they got actual made people making those things.
Yeah.
If they really want to make a cinematic universe, make a cinematic universe out of the Spider-Verse into the Spider-Verse. Like, make spin-offs with those. People will go see them, and they're better quality.
Yeah,
I mean,
and they're just better. Period.
I think Amy Pascal, is it her name? Amy Pascal did hint possibly on Miles Morales, maybe down the line. Getting its own movie.
Well, okay.
After a few more Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah, because I watched on Lucifer's stream that you were mentioning that she mentioned that two more Spider-Verse movies. What I did see on Twitter, there was an update that Chris Miller said that it's beyond Spider-Verse and Tom Holland Spider-Man 4. That's what
Spider-Man 4, yes.
Yeah, that's what she meant to say. So
but she's just basically hint possibly of Miles Morales down the line, just not like in the very near future.
Yeah, yeah. It's just in the just mentioning it.
Yeah.
Well, I am scared for that after what we're getting with this.
I'm seeing the movie tomorrow, Madam Reb, and I'm
seeing it too.
I do want to see Bob Marley too. That movie looks better, and I'm hearing good things about that movie.
I mean, I'm gonna see that too. I'd much rather watch that, but we gotta get this spoiler stream out here on Sunday, so
Yeah. Oh boy,
Morbius is just
time to get to work, ladies and gentlemen.
Morbius is like I think Madam Reb's gonna be worse than Morbius.
It possibly could be. It possibly could be.
Oh boy.
Okay, hold on. Let me address this comment right here. Are you underwhelmed about Madam Web because it's a female movie in the Sonyverse, or
no?
Because it's not any female action superhero movies that are good. No,
there are.
This has nothing to do with females being leads. It's the fact that the movie looks bad. It looks poorly written. It looks uninspired.
It's made an actress.
Yes, if there were males doing the exact same thing, I will still trash on it.
Morbius, guys. Like, for example, Morbius. A lot of people don't like the Venom movies, even though despite they made money. Yeah, it's not a female thing. It's a Sony thing.
Yeah, it's just how Sony is.
Well, it's a Sony thing because, Sony yeah, sure. People keep saying, well, Sony puts out good Spider-Man movies if they got actual people in the industry who knows how to make those movies. Like, come on now. I mean,
and here's the thing too. It's like, I even though I'm not excited for this at all, I don't want this to fail because this will cause a bigger stain on studios wanting to do female-led superhero movies. This is not going to be a good track on them. So it's like if there are studios that were considering doing female-led superhero movies, and then this film comes out and it sucks, they're going to be like, "Oh, I don't know."
Look at the last female superhero led team. Look how well that did.
I don't think that's
Marvel.
Actually, no. That's. I don't think that's ever gonna. That's a little overreacting because look, just because.
It's not to certain people, to a certain area. There's gonna be people that we don't. agree with. They're going to use that narrative though.
That's just I don't really think so because
I don't agree with that. But it's just if you're talking about, as I said, the general movie-going audience, and studios are stupid sometimes. They don't look at the big picture. They just look at box office and sometimes
they
look at responses.
All they look at is
like,
the numbers that movie that whatever they put out they make. How much money they make, not creatively.
This is
this
and the Marvels. It is not looking good for female superhero movies right now.
Yeah.
The Multiverse marketed thing was terribly marketed. It was terribly marketed, and then this, during the strikes and during the goddamn strikes, I don't. And then this movie right here, this doesn't look good.
And
it looks terrible.
And I heard some stuff. It's not spoilers, but I heard some stuff from the trailer. It's little misleading.
Well, it's not the first time.
Yeah. I heard like supposedly, it's not spoilers because you saw them in the costumes already, right? We saw them in the costume. Apparently, they're not in the costumes, so like right at the end.
Of course.
And one is it's I mean. This is how bad this movie is. Even Grace Randolph hated this movie. Grace Randolph went as far as this should have got the Batgirl treatment.
Is this wait? Please tell me you're lying, Anthony. Please tell me you're lying.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, it's like very, very short. Yeah. Yeah. Grace Randolph said this should got Batgirl treatment, Madam Web. Batgirl treatment. Being shelved. Tax rid it off. And Grace Randolph loved Morbius.
For a post-credit scene in Madam Web? What?
No, 3 minutes of the girls in the spider suits.
Oh, what? 3 minutes for that? What the fuck?
And Grace Randolph hated Madam Web, but she loved Morbius.
Grace Randolph. I mean,
he continues to not make sense. But,
he continues to just baffle everyone.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we close this out?
Honestly, not really much. It's like I find this film to be decent. It's not really. It's not great or anything like that. But I don't think it's as terrible as many people make it out to be. Because I watched it and. I mean, like, there's some good ideas in here, and there's some pretty neat, like, decent performances, and it's just like in the middle for me.
So time for final thoughts and grades. Overall, this is another bad movie in the slate of this terrible Sony verse. Like, this is the one cinematic universe I just want to die already. And it is.
Get ready for Sinister Six and that Spider-Man villain team-up film. Get ready for that, folks, because we're going to be in for one wild ride.
You want that movie to happen so much.
Yeah, you're just willing it into existence at this point.
No, I just want it to happen, so I can just laugh at Sony even more. It's like, you guys really are fucking up here.
They announced like niche characters getting movies like Immortal and like Hypno Hustler. Like,
Hypno Hustler.
Hypno, yeah. Like, why? Like, what's
the fact that this movie is this franchise, this cinematic universe is continuing on, but the Dark Universe can't get anything done is making me mad. It's really making me angry.
Yeah.
The fact that this movie has more films than the Godzilla Monsterverse is making me mad. The fact that the DCEU had to kill their universe, but Sony is still going, makes me mad.
You just don't want Marvel to get full control. I'd rather have the MCU get full control of Spider-Man. I know we're down on it right now. I still trust them more than Sony with Spider-Man.
I kind of have to agree with you, but honestly, I feel like the animation side of Sony, they want to get Beyond the Spider-Verse out. Then after Beyond the Spider-Verse is out, then I think that's when, if this happens, that's when I do believe that potentially could be the case.
I don't think that's never really gonna happen. I mean,
but if it does, I'm just saying.
Well, if it does, but I do. Well, I kind of here's a weird thing to say. I kind of want them to keep Spider-Man just to keep Sony Animation to make more movies,
That's probably the
that.
only reason at this
Alright.
point. That's
I
probably
kind
the
of
only
want
reason.
that because I feel like the MCU doesn't have that much creativity. Because when it comes to like making different versions of characters and stuff, because I mean, thank God we got Sony Animation. I mean, those two movies are just the bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the shit.
But yeah, Jared Leto is fine. Nothing offensive about his performance, but just nothing very innovative about it. Matt Smith was crazy and over the top, but gave some personality to this film.
He was having fun too with that. Well, it's like he knew his shit. He might as well just have fun with it.
Might as well have fun with it, right?
Yeah.
There's some effects that look decent, and there's some effects that look really bad. There's not enough action in this movie. There's not enough plot in this movie. It's just like Lily. It's just a lot of filler, and a lot of I gotta turn back to human, or I gotta control it. I gotta make this artificial blue blood.
Oh my God.
Man, it's just like there's nothing happening in this movie. Why did they make this film? And then two of the worst post-credit scenes in any comic
Made
book
no
film.
sense.
There should have just been one post-credit scene.
Just
There
all
should have just
been
been one if they were gonna beat up the
Mate.
same character.
Those credit scenes made no sense.
no sense. They should have just kept the footage that they cut out from the trailer. Like it
Yeah.
just made no freaking sense. The
Oh.
set of the Sinister Six makes no sense. The Sonyverse makes no sense. Just stop already. Just stop.
Stop snorting the cocaine.
D plus. There you go.
All right.
It's slightly less bad than Let There Be Carnage. That's all I got.
All right.
Blue Jay, great.
Okay, yeah. So I pretty much repeat everything what I said. Like I said, it's decent. There's some great special effects going on, but I mean, concept wise, it's actually it's not that bad. I mean, the performances were pretty decent. Really, but there's really not that much to talk about. Kind of like Venom 2, there's not that much to talk about. Shitty post-credit scene, like, my God, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Just don't even quit trying to dick tease people. Like, goodness gracious. But all in all, I mean, it's not. I would rather watch this than Fantastic or Catwoman, and
Sure.
like, I would rather watch this because it's a bit more. There's some interesting stuff. There's some interesting stuff going on, but it's not like bad from a technical standpoint as freaking Catwoman was. And I heard Madam Web is as bad as Catwoman. So
I heard that too.
Oh, God.
And
How-
it's-
I can't wait.
How are we still living in a world where we're getting Catwoman quality comic films?
Oh my
How?
God. Oh my God. Oh boy, can't wait for a review. But all in all, I will give this film a 6. I'll give this film a 6.
What's
It's,
it, like a
You're being
It's-
very nice.
Yeah, yeah, you are.
Oh,
You're like you're like Blue Jay. You're like the teacher that gives good grades.
well, I mean,
As
I
a user
don't
worker.
see it as that. I don't see it as that bad. But wait. Ooh, I might not be Mr. Nice feature when the Man of Web comes out.
oh, yeah.
Can't wait to
Oh.
unleash darkness.
All right. Another Sony film that made me say, "What the fuck is this?" That being Morbius. Nothing interested me about this. Did not give a crap about the main villain. The ending just didn't make any sense. Same thing with the post-credit scenes, or I should say post-credit scene, because that technically is one. Which I don't know why they didn't just make that one post-credit scene and they separated it into two. I don't know. I will never understand why they did that. And then Vulture coming in, it's like, "Hey, I need help to take down Spider-Man." "Oh, I'm listening." He doesn't even know you. He doesn't even know. You don't even know who the fuck he is, dude. Like, what are you on? And then, so there's that. And oh god, everything that Sony continues to just go down the freaking rabbit hole of utter shit. And can't wait to see Craven eat some kind of shit as well within that film, also just being dog shit. So yeah, Sony's just they keep going down the frickin' pipe and just into the toilet. And yeah, I'm just telling you right now, the MCU, Marvel Studios in general, they're just going to be succeeding. Deadpool 3 is on the horizon. We're getting Daredevil Born Again, which all the shit that they're doing with that looks really fucking good. The DCU is kicking off this year with Creature Commandos, then truly begins next year with Superman Legacy, so I'm hyped up for that. Then we're deep diving into what Matt Reeves doing with his Batman universe, coming off of the masterpiece film The Batman with the Penguin coming out this year. Excited for that, and for the Batman Part 2 coming out afterwards. So there's a lot of more interesting things out there that Marvel's doing, that DC's doing with the DCU, and what they're letting Matt Reeves do with his Batman universe. So
even Godzilla X Kong in the MonsterVerse, that looks exciting.
yeah, I know a lot of people are excited for that too. So yeah, all of those are way more interesting than what Sony has planned. So yeah, I'm going full brutal with this movie. 1 out of 5.
All right. All right.
1 out of 5. Dog shit. Craven's probably going to be the same thing with him actually eating shit in the film, probably eating someone's fucking feces. I don't know. Probably. Probably. Who knows? Craven's a cannibal in this film. Who knows?
I better not be in the theater eating my popcorn. When that shit happens, I'm just like, I'm going to throw my popcorn away.
Yeah, I better not be eating anything and stuff. I see something like that, it makes me throw up.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh god.
Man, if he actually does some feces in this movie, I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna walk out the theater. I'm like, no,
Eat a big turd.
That would be the Freddy Got Fingered of all comic book movies.
Oh my god.
Oh no. All right, Aaron, you want to give your final thoughts? Great.
Okay. I know what my grade is on this already, but my final thoughts. Even though it came in for like the last few minutes, I listened to your streams, guys. Your opinions on stream. I agree with almost everything you said. Most of you obviously, I did not like the movie. I thought the movie was terrible. Made no sense. After credit scene was bad. I did not like the acting. I don't know why Tyrese Gibson decided to like go up for his role. He literally added nothing to this film.
Nothing.
Do you need really a cop? Like, I mean, I understand why you can use the cops in here, but like, do something with them. It's just one of the worst comic book films of all time.
Yeah,
definitely. Man of Man might beat that. It's my grade for this film. It's basically a negative. It's a negative grade. I'm not giving it a positive grade.
Oh,
it's gonna be
unwatchable.
Worse.
We got the zero.
It is unwatchable. To me, if I had to give it a grade, it would not be an F. It would be a G for garbage.
Oh,
nice.
All right.
You should make that. You should make that an actual grade. It's just
It'll be a G -1 garbage. Even though that would make the F garbage, and then I'll make the G unwatchable. I don't know. But yeah,
F is fail. G is garbage. It's worse than fail.
you are the first F of 2024 on my channel. Congratulations.
Have you gotten any Fs before, DL?
When I was reviewing the I haven't given an F yet. But last year when me and Big B were reviewing the Transformers movies, he gave
my god, I remember.
He gave those he gave those an F.
Which one? Like all of them?
He gave 2, 3, 4, 5. He gave 2 through 5 an F.
Oh,
Actually, no. I'm sorry, because he liked Dark of the Moon. He gave 2.
Dark of the Moon was really good. Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, but he gave Revenge of the Fallen, Age of Extinction, and Last Night an F.
Oh, Last Night, definitely. That one's a pass.
That's an F. Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I'm trying to remember the last F that I gave. It was probably years ago. I think I remember Slender Man was the last F I gave.
Oh, I remember that.
one.
I remember Slender Man. Oh, good lord.
Yep.
Oh, man, dude, prepare.
Hey, Man of Man might get an F. You never.
Oh, we'll see.
Oh,
We'll see.
God.
Will that be the first E or F that I? Well, actually, I gave the last night an E, but will this be the first F that I give in 2024 as Madam Web? We'll see.
Oh my
We'll
God!
see.
I'm already predicting. I'm predicting Madam Web. My grade will be either 0 to 4, in that range. Because I'm prepared for the worst.
I should just put like a poll up there, like what grade do you think I'm going to give Madam Web?
God.
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. But
All the
anyway,
above.
Morbin time has concluded.
Yeah.
That is our thoughts on Morbius. What
The
did you guys
torture is over, folks.
Well, until Madam
think?
Web.
Until Madam Web. What'll
Yeah,
be,
well, until Madam Web.
it'll be
Three,
another Morbin time is Madam
Well,
Web.
until
But-
Craven.
It's webbing
Until
time.
Until the rest of the other movies come out. It's not gonna end until they stop.
All right. But what did you guys think about Morbius? If you guys have seen it, did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys think it was okay? How does it compare to the other Sony Spider-Verse movies? Comment your thoughts down below and let us know. All right. Tomorrow's game day.
Oh,
Game
boy.
day.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
We will be well. Darkness will not be seeing it, but the
Yeah,
rest of us.
I am not seeing. I have no interest in Madam Web.
Fair enough.
You can come onto the stream and we'll unload everything that we just witnessed to you.
You know what? Hey, I might be available. I don't know. I don't know what's going on tomorrow, but yeah, only time will tell. If I'm available, yeah, I'll hop on definitely just to hear what you guys thought.
Yeah, I know. Mad Max is supposed to see it, and I'm pretty sure Perp is going to see it because he's been defending this movie so much.
Really? I'm like, what?
Yep, he's straight up defending it, being like, "It's gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be good."
Yeah.
I thought he was doing that.
Does he want to get roasted?
I'm pretty sure he wants to, and I think Crazy Joe is going to see it, and he's probably going to defend it as well.
Oh my god.
Bro,
So
if
it's
we
going to be a
have
crazy stream on Sunday.
I mean,
Max,
you have a right to like it, but
yeah, but it'll be funny though. We have you, me, Aaron versus Crazy Joe, Max, and Perp in the ultimate battle against ideologies.
I heard Grace Randolph almost fell asleep during the film.
Yeah, even she said like it was bad. So it's like
She went too far as it should be shelved. Like Batgirl should have been
Like,
shelved.
that should have been shelved. I'm like, oh boy, this is going to be a crazy stream on Sunday. I cannot wait to see what happens. But if you guys enjoyed this, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And please hit the bell. Thank you for helping me reach 500 subscribers. Let's get to 1,000.
Get this man monetized.
Yes, absolutely. And don't forget to subscribe to Blue Jay's channel, Aqua Cinema. Subscribe to Brucifer's channel, who was on earlier, Kingdom of Nerds. He's having a stream right now, and I'm trying to make it for that. So we're about to end this real soon. And don't forget to subscribe to Aaron World Order. Yeah, that is all we have for you Morbius fans, and we will see you guys next time. Talk to you guys later. Just have sex. Just have sex.
God.
God, that was so stupid.
Maybe that's the only reason maybe to
Yeah.
see Madam Web is to take your significant other and try to get laid or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what I'll be doing.
Oh,
See y'all
boy.
later.
Later.